Immersed Robot.
Hello everyone, welcome to Immersed Robot. So here I am in Microsoft Flight Simulator, currently flying around Niagara Falls, and I just wanted to have a quick look to see what it's like in the Reverb G2. I am also using the field of view mod, which I've been talking about in the past few videos on my G2 videos. And so I've experimented quite a lot with this mod, so let me just get into that first. So I think Commander Skolzy is mentioned in a couple of my videos now about how you can do this FOV field of view mod for the Reverb G2, which basically where you remove the plastic gasket altogether, the actual interface, and then you get a face pad and just stick that with Velcro directly onto the G2, and that will give you the maximum field of view. And I did see Sebastian from MRTV, his video on this quite a while ago, and I tried it after one of the comments from Commander Skolzy, and what it is, I had like a quite a thin 6mm facial cushion which I had lying around, and I decided to do it with that. Unfortunately, it was too thin, so my eyes were touching the lenses really. I couldn't really do it. And you know, it gives you a taste, so it does give you a taste of what you can get with a wider field of view, and also the effect it has on the sweet spot, which I'll get to in just a second. But then yesterday my new thinner plastic gasket arrived, the interface, and I installed that on my Reverb G2, and I've been experimenting with that a little bit. So I ordered just basically a 3D printed plastic interface which fits the Reverb G2, and then I've sort of added some foam myself. Well, I actually used the cushion that I had lying around anyway, which is like just a cheap leather replacement cushion really, and it was okay. The thing is, I'm not really a big fan of these leather cushions anyway, and the comfort level wasn't great with that once I had finished it, and it did increase field of view a little bit, and I could see the effects of the sweet spot slightly as well with that. But then I also tried just purchasing some separate foam. One of the recommendations is sort of this draft excluding foam, this self-adhesive foam that you can get, which is designed for sort of filling gaps in doors and stuff like that. You can get quite a thick version of that, which I've now attached onto this plastic gasket, and I'm using that, so it gives me a large field of view, and the sweet spot, in my opinion, is not dramatically different. Now, this is the main issue with this headset for me at the moment. Now, the field of view I can get past anyway, but the sweet spot is an issue with the headset, and by getting your eyes close to the lenses, I would say that it actually is improved, but it's not improved to the degree which I would really want. But part of that, let me just explain quickly as well, because I'm going back and forth between this headset and the Index. I'm trying a few experiences in the Index, and then I'm trying a few experiences in the Reverb G2. And by doing that, you sort of instantly see the negatives in both headsets, unfortunately. So if I use the Index for a while and then I go over to the Reverb G2, I immediately think the field of view is reduced and the sweet spot is an issue. Although the resolution is fantastic, the resolution bump is fantastic, I noticed that the sweet spot is a major issue. But then when I use the Reverb G2 for a while, I feel like you almost subconsciously train your eyes just to focus in the central point of your view, not move your eyes too much, move your head a little bit more with this headset. And after a while of using it, it's almost like the sweet spot issues I have, along with the field of view issues, just sort of go away, or they become less noticeable with time. Unfortunately, then I'll go back to the Index, and as soon as I get back in the Index, the first thing I notice is the drop in resolution. The field of view is great, the sweet spot is better in the Index, again, in my opinion, but I'm noticing the resolution drop. So I feel almost like by going back and forth between both of these headsets, I'm sort of not getting the benefits of either to their full capacity unless I stick with them for a long time. So this is sort of the issue that I'm having, and I've sort of come to the conclusion that I'm only going to be keeping one of these headsets, and at the moment I'm going to keep the Reverb G2 for a while, but at the moment the Index is really the best all-rounder for everything, not just sim gaming but also other things which I enjoy as well, the Fallout 4, Skyrim, those types of games, No Man's Sky as well. So I feel like at the moment I'm probably going to be selling the Reverb G2, but not for a few weeks. I'm going to stick with this and really dive into it a little bit more, because there's a lot to like about this headset. Here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, flying around here, I've dropped resolution down, the resolution scaling in both OpenXR and in-game, and it's running smoothly in the headset. I'm not too sure what the footage will turn out like, but it feels smooth in the headset. I've got motion reprojection on, which, you know, it halves the frame rate, but it feels smooth, and that's fine. That's all you need from this game. That's all you can expect really at this moment in time. But so even with that resolution scaling drop, it still looks crystal clear in the headset. The instrumentation looks great. It's an improvement over the Index. I wouldn't say it's a vast improvement on the settings I'm using at the moment, but it is an improvement, and it runs great. So for this particular game, I mean, the Reverb G2 really is the preferable way to play it, in my opinion. But then I enjoy No Man's Sky as well, and the Index is a better way to play that game, I feel. So as a good all-rounder, I feel like I'm going to stick with the Index at this moment in time. And I don't see that changing, although I really want to get the best out of the Reverb G2, and that is going to require me getting a little bit more comfort from this thinner face gasket. Now what I'm going to do, I want to pursue that FOV field of view mod, which I was speaking about at the beginning of this video, whereby I put a thicker face cushion directly onto the Reverb G2 and completely ignore the plastic facial interface. And I think that is probably going to be the best way to do it, but I have ordered a 22mm face cushion today, which should arrive sometime in the next few days, hopefully. So I'll give some more impressions on that once I get that, because I feel like that's going to give me the overall best balance and also give me a better idea of this sweet spot impact, because at the moment, no matter what I do, I feel like the difference in the sweet spot is not significant enough to make it worthwhile. But here now, I'm talking like basically what I was talking about earlier. I've been using the Reverb for a while now, and it's almost like the sweet spot issues are not even a factor now. I'm looking at this instrumentation, looking from side to side. I can see it go blurry slightly, but it's not as much of an impact as when I first put this headset on. So I think you can get used to a lot of things in VR if you use it for a while, and you can get past all the small issues that you might notice when you first put the headset on. The other thing I'm noticing as well, I wonder as well if the sweet spot in this headset is just more noticeable simply because that central point is so clear. And I think that probably accounts for some of the issues with sweet spot that I'm having. And in this game, by lowering resolution down, quite a few percentage lower than the native resolution of the headset, it's not quite as crisp as it is in something when I was trying Elite Dangerous, for example, where I really did notice this sweet spot. And in this experience, I don't notice it as much. All of these things probably play a factor. But I'm still enjoying the Reverb G2. It's just not quite up to the overall, like a good all-rounder, which I think is important for me in a VR headset. Because I don't really want to keep going back and forth between two PC VR headsets, depending on the game I'm playing, and then noticing all of these small issues with each one. So I think I want to decide on one or the other, and as you can probably tell from my comments, it will be the Index at this moment in time. Not taking anything away from the Reverb for certain experiences like this and other sim-based games. I think it's an incredible headset. But that's pretty much it. Just a quick update from me on this and how I'm getting on with the field of view and the sweet spot issues, and you know, I'll keep you updated as well as I go on with the Reverb G2. But thank you very much for watching this very quick video, and I'll see you next time. Please consider supporting Immersed Robot on Patreon, or joining the Discord, or following me on Twitter, or better yet, all of the above. Links in the description below.